Rich is not with us this morning. He thinks he has the flu, so we were very thankful that he didn't show up to bring it to us today. So, all right, we will, agenda item number 2, discuss and take possible action on approval of personnel action forms.
The first one's a new hire, part-time position, district clerk, Wyatt Giles. New hire, Joshua Longoria, deputy. New hire, clerk in the treasurer's office, Autumn Latoya. Increase in slight, board deputy Natasha Valdez, increase in slight, PEO. Albert Garza, resignation. That's it.
I move that we accept the personnel action forms.
Okay, I have a motion and a second to approve the personnel action forms. Any other discussion? All in favor, aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Discuss and take possible action on approval of user agreement with the Department of Public Safety to purchase driver records or for driver record monitoring services.
Yeah, this is just our annual check of the CDL license. Just a 26-page user agreement. We're going to report one time a year.
You said CEO or CCL?
CDL.
CDL, okay. Everybody ready? Okay. So I make a motion to approve the user agreement with the Department of Public Safety to purchase driver records or for driver record monitoring services.
I have a motion and a second to approve the user agreement with the DPS for the purchase of driver's records. Any other discussion? All in favor, aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Item number 4, discuss and take possible action on approval of line item transfers.
Good morning. We have 3 line item transfers. The first 2 are for employee incentives. First one's for Honda Buildings, moving $400 out of rentals into employee incentive. Second one's from District Clerk, moving $700 out of office supply and into employee incentive. And then the third one's to move some funds for salary for another item that we're going to talk about at the 10 o'clock session. Total of $6,338 moving from reserves into department head and all the benefits.
Question.
Yes.
Cindy Flower moved $700 to the employee incentive.
She didn't do it initially. Like when we did them in the beginning.
Okay.
Yeah, she's just using.
Yeah, a lot of departments didn't reach out, so we submitted the ones that we had. And again, these are full-time equivalents, so.
Yeah, look like right now I won't be using money.
And the 400 that was in there also, we had not moved when we used it for the Christmas party. So that's what that was there. We just used it because we didn't use it at all.
Okay. I'll make a motion, we okay the line item transfers.
Second.
I have a motion and a second to approve the line item transfers. Any other discussion? All in favor, aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Item number 5, discuss and take possible action on approval of budget amendments.
Yes, we have 2 budget amendments. Both are grant-related, state grants. Both of them have already been approved by Commissioners Court and last court. This is just to allow us to add it into our budget. The first one is for internet crimes against children, total of $18,000. And the second one is for Operation Lone Star, total of $18,000. And again, these grants have already been approved by Commissioners Court. This is just allowing us to enter the amounts into our current budget.
I move that we approve the budget amendments.
Second.
Have a motion and a second to approve the budget amendments. Any other discussion? All in favor, aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Y'all may have seen some Operation Lone Star over the weekend. There was a lot of everybody wondering where all the so officers from
That's
multiple
still
counties worked for a few days, so that was all part of that. Okay, item number 6, discuss and take possible action on approval of accounts payable.
Good morning. The total for accounts payable is $3,120,977.52. The cover page shows all invoices over $10,000. We have 4 wire payments as well as state fees being paid as well.
Has anybody heard anything about tax revenues coming in?
Yes, so we've recorded everything through November that has been collected, and we received their December report on Thursday afternoon last week, so we're working on that to get that
Everything through November?
during November.
And then you have the December like Thursday.
This AP does include the big bulk of our TAN and CO payments, which is about 2.3 million, majority of AP, and it's our last payment for our Motorola TAN.
Last payment from
Last
Motorola,
payment for
we moved that in, what, 7 years ago?
No, the Motorola was 3 years ago, 3 or 4 years ago,
Yeah,
735,000.
you were done with a big tower, about 7-year panel.
This was like to repair or add
Right.
some components to those.
And is that once a year?
The payments for those is usually in February and November,
Okay, so either twice a year.
twice a year for most of the TAN and COs. So yeah, for this fiscal year, this will be the last TAN payment that we make.
The last payment.
The last payment for our TANs, yeah, until the next one will be in November, which is next fiscal.
Is that the one we have shared with Bear County and Medina County?
The TAN?
Yeah.
No, that's all we do now, yeah, all of us.
Yeah.
Yeah, their work, like anything they put on it was separate from ours. We didn't have anything. They added some equipment, but it was outside of what our agreed on the tower was all. Also, just a side note, because I just see ComZoom in here, just, we're about to start to do those transitions from comms into spectrum, so it's kind of an awareness. I think Castroville may have something coming up. I think your building may have something coming up this week with water.
No add-ons?
Adams?
No add-ons?
No, sir.
I need to abstain from voting on item number 6.
I thought you told me about that.
Still pending.
After July this year,
Yeah.
it should be good.
Yes.
I'll make a motion, we approve the accounts payable, there's no add-ons. Is there any other need to add to this?
Is that it?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Second.
Have a motion and a second to approve the accounts payable. Any other discussion? All in favor, aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. I'm an aye also, and we have an abstention. Motion carries. Item number 7, discuss and take possible action on approval of disbursement of funds since last Commissioners Court meeting.
This is for utilities paid on January 11th in the amount of $52,331.57.
I'll make a motion that we approve the security funds since last Commissioner Court meeting 2 weeks ago.
Second.
Have a motion and a second to approve the disbursement of funds since the last Commissioners Court meeting. Any other discussion? All in favor, aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign.
Do you know why we do that?
Two.
We used to do it just once a month, but sometimes we have credit card deals come in, and some of the stuff, if you don't pay them immediately, you get a late charge,
Late charge.
or some of your other stuff. So about a year and a half or 2 years ago, we started doing the
Make that
bottom,
change.
why we,
Right.
that's the main reason we done it.
So you don't get charged those interest
Exactly.
fees.
So this is just for utilities, so not credit card payments, but just,
Okay, item number 8, discuss and take possible action on authorization to borrow $2.197 million from the general fund for the TAN and CO payments.
yes, and we can actually reduce this amount since the number that I gave here is prior to receiving that tax office report on Thursday. So the new amount would be $1,740,000 even.
$1,740,000?
Yes.
And the reason we have to borrow from the general fund is we have yet to receive all of the debt service payments.
So as soon as, we've collected that money, then we'll repay it.
I will make a motion that we authorize to borrow $1,740,000 out of the general fund to cover the TAN payment.
Second.
I have a motion and a second authorizing to borrow $1,740,000 from the general fund for the TAN and CO payments. Any other discussion? All in favor, aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Item number 9, visitor public comments. Dennis, you got one? Thank you. Thank you. All right, Mario. Come on up. We have Mario Blado Jr. He's with the San Antonio Food Bank. Good morning to you.
See you on TV every day?
I thought you just wanted to come by and sit and just listen today. It's like,
I love
you weren't out
listening
there?
I love listening to government, all levels of government. So really this morning, Judge, thank you, and Commissioners. For the record, Mario Blair Jr., Chief of Government and Public Affairs at the San Antonio Food Bank, and on behalf of our President and CEO, Eric Cooper, just thank you for all the support that y'all provide us that ultimately helps the citizens in your county. It really makes a difference when it comes to our programs and services and nourishing the citizens that need it and rely on us so much. With everything going on these days, crisis, in foreign countries, climate, commodities, the high prices, we all see that, feel that. Everything going on up in DC, Congress, our federal friends, right? They're dealing with a lot. Now more than ever, our programs and services are vital and critical to families. It takes support from local government, but on all levels of government. In my role as government public affairs chief of that program there at the food bank, we have a lot of great folks that are working hard to support us throughout Southwest Texas. We do cover 29 counties, so we go down to Carnes, but we go up to San Angelo, beyond, out to Uvalde, up to Guadalupe and Comal, and down to Zavala. So there's a lot of folks that are trying to help us with our mission to help us fight hunger and feed hope. So support from charities and churches and corporations and communities, citizens, goes a long way. And y'all have supported us for some years now. And really today, I thought I'd drive over here to just say thank you. Thank you for that. Because if we don't do what we do, and we couldn't do it without y'all, then what are the families and households that struggle to put food on the table going to do? And with respect to our federal friends, we have been encouraging them. We've been working with Feeding America, our national organization, and Feeding Texas, our state association. So 200 food banks across the country, 21 in our great state. We've been working hard the last year and a half or so to try to get the farm bill passed. And with everything going on up there, it's putting the brakes on critical legislation that impacts families, and the farm bill is one. And it's not just farmers that get impacted. It's everyone across the board these days, Chamber of Commerce, businesses, employees. So the federal food nutrition programs like SNAP, formerly known as food stamps, and TFAP, they're housed within the nutrition title of that piece of legislation. And so, as we know, the farm bill comes up every 5 years. And so, if you see Tony Gonzalez, love Tony, and our other federal delegation members, let them know that it's important to get it done. And they're trying to do everything they can do, given the dynamics and situation up there. But the families rely on it, and it's something important to us and important to this county and community. So, with that said, again, thank you. Be safe. Always let us know if we can help you all in anything.
Thank you, Mario. Thank you for what y'all do. Y'all run quite an operation.
Yes, sir.
In our county,
Yes, sir.
what are the locations that do on a regular basis the distributions?
So we have some distributions in Castroville. We have them here in Hondo, the city at the Fairplex, if you will. We work with them on that one. That's a monthly one. And Divine. Dehanis. We've done a lot of townships. Before the pandemic, in Uvalde, we're out that way, outside your county, but before the pandemic, we were just focusing on, and we still do work with our nonprofit partners, right? 501c3s, churches, soup kitchens, shelters, senior centers, boys and girls clubs. The majority of them are faith-based, located at a church known as a food pantry. So we try, that's how we work. We're a distribution center, logistically speaking, a food distribution center or a hub. And the food comes into us, and then we get it out to those nonprofits and school districts, like in Natalia, to help out their communities. But when the pandemic hit, you saw what happened not only here in Texas, but across the world with charitable organizations, food banks here in our country, getting involved on the bigger distributions. Hence the one that out of the Fairplex now. But we're trying to pivot back, but we don't know what's coming next, but we remain strong. We remain strong as a safety net because of y'all. So,
Thank you for what
Thank
you
you.
do.
Yes, sir.
thank you.
Appreciate it.
You do have 30 more minutes, we'll keep it going. We got nothing to do.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate it very much. Thank you.
All right, at this time, we will go to recess until 10 a.m.
So we'll see you there.
It is 10:01. Welcome to anyone that's joining us for the second part of the meeting today. Glad you're all here. We'll take up agenda item number 11, discuss and take possible action on approval of an economic development agreement with Medina County, with Medina Economic Development Foundation Incorporated, better known as Go Medina. This is, you will recall, we had outside council helped us to put this together along with Maggie and the DA's office. So this memorializes the agreement and what we have for the $50,000 annually that we pay Go Medina. And a couple of the highlights in here that I would just tell you is that on the it has the exhibit on the back, which is the description of services that they perform in exchange for this money for us. And then also it has that on or before January 1st of each year that they have to file a written report with the county of the services and activities that they perform. And I think they'll be coming actually before us to just come up and give a presentation, because they do that all year long before their board. And so they'll just kind of summarize all of that for us annually as well. In addition to that, it talks about their director actually is a county employee, but Go Medina does reimburse the county 100% for all of the salary and benefits for that person. So we're not out any of her salary. In addition to that, the county has the right, if we need to request an audit and could be looked at by our county auditor or an independent public accountant as we deem necessary. And the other thing I just point out is that we don't set the Go Medina or the director's salary. They set the salary, and they reimburse us as we pay her salary. This agreement is a 1 year, but I will tell you that just to get it in line with our fiscal year, we'll come back and update this to renew early and get it into where it lines up with our fiscal year. So as we're going through the budgeting process and all of it, it'll make it seamless for us on our end as well.
Okay.
And do you have anything to add? I mean, Maggie's good on her end of it, so again, we have all the blessing. And the Medina board has also approved this agreement last week in their board meeting.
Yeah, I want to make a motion that we approve the revised economic development agreement with the Economic Development Foundation Incorporated Go Medina.
Second?
I have a motion and a second to approve the economic development agreement with Medina Economic Development Foundation, Inc., better known as Go Medina. Any other discussion? All in favor, aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Item number 12, we are not ready to take action on. We're still working on that with ACOG. So we'll get back to you all on that, probably on the next agenda, so that from the table. Item number 13, discuss and take possible action on approval of a lease agreement with JA plus whatever, LLC, for office space in Kerrville. What is it?
That's what's on there.
Yeah, that's an interesting one. JA plus BJ LLC for office space in Kerrville for the Public Defender's Office. This is an item that was approved by the PDO board a couple of weeks ago, and current space that the PDO uses for Kerrville is in a county-owned building, and they're not using as much space anymore, and so Kerr County's going to start to use that space, and it actually causes some problems because you can't separate everybody out, and there's a lot of confidentiality stuff that goes on with the PDO. So they have another space this through the end of this fiscal year. Of course, this is grant funded, and it is for the rest of the fiscal year, it is the same amount of money as what they're currently paying to Kerr County. So we're basically going to get rid of the one paying Kerr and pay this lease, and this is their own building, more space, and the same rate through the rest of this fiscal year. And this is, again, grant funds from the PDO.
So bigger space, same amount of money.
Correct. Well, and like I say, a lot of it has to do more with in the other space. They can't get it separated out to where they have this privacy that they need for the PDO.
I'll make that motion to approve the lease agreement. In Kerrville.
Okay, I have a motion and a second to approve the lease agreement with JAPLUSBJ LLC for office space in Kerrville for the Public Defender's Office. Any other discussion? All in favor, aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Item number 14, discuss and take possible action on approval of the fire alarm functional testing agreement with Beckwith Electronic Engineering Company for the old jail building. This is an annual agreement that we've done, and we've had Beckwith for a very long time.
We did.
Yeah, that building. So this is just for their annual testing that we do.
This is a renewal.
Correct.
I'll make a motion to approve the fire alarm functional testing with Beckwith Electronic Engineering.
Second.
I have a motion and a second to approve the fire alarm functional testing agreement with Beckwith Electronic Engineering Company for the old jail building. Any other discussion? All in favor, aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Item number 15, discuss and take possible action on authorization to advertise for a public hearing to reduce the speed limit of County Road 474 located in Precinct 2.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
I have a motion and a second to advertise for a public hearing to reduce the speed limit on County Road 474 located in Precinct 2. Any other discussion?
Yes, just to let everybody know, when they say reduce the speed, if we don't have a sign up on a county road, it's by state law, it's 60 miles an hour. So right now, that road has never had a sign on it, so we're planning on putting a sign up there after we have our public hearing.
Any other discussion? All in favor, aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Item 16, discuss and take possible action on acceptance of newly assigned private road 5610 located in Precinct 1. Jessica?
Yes, this is just a new private road that is coming into Precinct 1, and we want to get that private road assigned so we can actually have the addresses on that county road. So I think there's going to be, there's 3 currently. So in order to get those the addresses established on that one, we need to go ahead and get that private road assigned.
I'll make that motion.
Have a motion and a second to accept the newly assigned private road 5610 located in Precinct 1. Any other discussion?
Yeah, just to let you know, some of our Facebook friends think that PR means public road. It does not mean public road. That is private road, and they're a red sign instead of a green sign. So the Facebook checkers aren't always correct.
You got it. Private road. All right, did I actually vote on that? No? Okay, all in favor, aye.
Aye.
You threw me off with that last time. All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. All right, item 17, discuss and take possible action on rescheduling or canceling the regular scheduled February 19, 2024 Commissioners Court meeting. This is a meeting that is, what is that, President's Day?
It's President's Day.
President's Day on that day, so we need to, unless y'all want to come in, we need to cancel that meeting. And my recommendation is, I don't know that we'll need one on the 26th. We can't do it the rest of that week because that is the commissioners,
We're all school.
all the conference school, correct? So we could make the 26th just as an optional if we need it, if we get a lot of items.
Is that on Friday?
No, that'd be the next
Then the
Monday.
following Monday.
Just, we could leave it optional, and then if we need to do it, we will, and if we don't have a bunch of items, we can not have a meeting, but that'd be our recommendation.
I got a feeling you're gonna have some subdivision stuff, but that's been put on hold for 2 years, another week. Wouldn't hurt to put that on wait.
It's really up to the rest of the court because I'm open to either way. I think if we do feel the need that we need to have it following Monday just because of the number of agenda items in order to keep some things moving, I'd rather have that option.
If it's like this one, we'll be fine.
Yeah.
We'll be a lot.
I agree.
So I'll take a motion to, what would you like to do there?
Okay, we're going to, the motion is going to be hold open the 26th for possible Commissioners Court meeting if needed,
And cancel the 19th.
and cancel the 19th.
Second.
Okay, I have a motion and a second that we cancel the February 19th Commissioners Court meeting and to have the February the 26th as an optional meeting if we need to have one, that it will be on that day. Any other discussion? All in favor, aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Item 18, discuss and take possible action on declaring items from the following office as surplus and/or salvage and authorize for disposal.
Yes, we have two items on there, one from precinct 4, chainsaw that's old, broken, it's going to be thrown away, and then we have one from JP1, an old fax machine that's sitting in our office, that's also going to get thrown away. That's all I have.
I recommend declaring these items as surplus and salvage and/or salvage and authorize the disposal.
Second.
Have a motion and a second to declare the items as surplus and/or salvage and authorize for disposal. That's from precinct 4, that is salvage, and JP1 salvage. Any other discussion? All in favor, aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Item number 19, court member announcements.
Well, last week, I think we had a good week other than starting off being very, very, very cold. For the past 2 weeks, we've been doing a lot of patching on some of our roads, picking up some trash, trimming trees, getting the roadsides looking good because it's been so cold that we really can't work on the road. We have been patching potholes on a lot of the roads throughout the precinct. We're still continuing to work on some county roads in the Dunley area. It's just been slow going because of either temperature or the rain, which I'm not complaining about the rain because we need it. This week, if any of y'all have looked at the forecast, it's supposed to be very, very wet, so that it really cuts down on what we can work on. It's more about taking inventory and maintaining equipment and planning out our workload for the next couple of weeks. But the guys are doing great, and I always ask the citizens that call me if they do see anything out on the roads that causes them concern. I would rather have 1,000 set of eyes out there instead of just my own 2 or my own crews. So that's what, but other than that, it's been going great.
Precinct 2, we have just finally finished up. I have one road that was a paved road, but it's illegal, it's too narrow. We got that run done. I guess you'd call that Coors Lane, Rockside Coors place. Since we went out for our nickel tax, and that was 2015, the money came in at the end of 2016. We have paved 87 miles of gravel road to precinct 2. We do not have one gravel road left. What we're doing now, we're going in and rehabilitating some of the other ones, either with a total redo or with millions, which works extremely well. You're not getting a second-class road by a long ways. But like I said, I got to hand it to my crew through all this bad weather, through all this other stuff, through all the jumps and hoops, working with the other commissioners. When the cold weather comes in, trying to realign equipment for they can back off one day so we can get something paid for one next day. The paving equipment that the county purchased together with ARPA funds, or whatever we call that, is a blessing. I can see down the road a little bit further, and me and Jessica are talking to other commissioners quite often. We had a very good meeting with Kerr County commissioners, 2 of them, and their engineer last week. about a 4-hour meeting total.
Yeah.
Probably about a 4-hour meeting total. And we kind of see what they're doing on their end and what we're doing on our end. They are a unit road system and we are still a precinct system. I can see us probably having to go that route probably next term, is that we have a redistricting, but I'll be down to nothing. Jessica's going to lose probably 75% of her roads through redistricting in 10 years, just because of population shift. That's something we're going to have to look at. I see no cost savings in it. I still, as a commissioner, I do answer to my people directly. If we have, through our whole community, there's a bunch of these elderly people, my wife's one of them, that have bunco clubs, they got bunco parties and this and that. And I told them, other commissioners, this same thing. They'll call me and say, Commissioner, in June the 15th, I have a bunco party, could you please come shred our road? Well, today, I can still do that. Once you're on a unit road system, those luxuries are gone. They work like a clock. Wherever they're at, they're working. Medina County is like that. They work like a clock. I'm not going to say it's not the right way to do. I have other commissioners in Caldwell County and some other counties that have went to the unit road system are now trying to go back to the individual system. Because the whole lot of simplicity of it. It's just, it's a thing changing. I think right now in the state of Texas, out of 254, there's about 78 counties that are unit road system. So anyhow, we got a lot of decisions to make in the court in the next coming year, or couple of years. It could be another 7 years for me. It's just, I'd love to be sitting here when I'm 80 years old. But we'll see when time comes.
So for those that weren't here earlier, Commissioner Lynch is out today. He's under the weather, so we're thankful he didn't show up and get us sick as well. So,
Precinct 4, everything is smooth. The cold days, we've been servicing equipment and picking up trash and waiting for the weather to warm up a little bit. That's it.
Excellent. Well, it's a short and sweet meeting today, unusually short and sweet. So I think that's it. So I'll take a motion to adjourn.
I'll second that.
Have a motion and a second to adjourn. All in favor, aye. Aye. All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Thank you, everybody.